Clifford Zira is a 30-year veteran of the Nigerian banking system. He says a possible transformative program included in Buhari's budget is the 5,000 naira a month cash transfer to the poor.
That's a small amount that you think it is small, that you give these people. Certainly, it will touch into their own livelihood, and so much so that it will have a drastic effect on the economy because there will be a multiplier effect.
Budget and Planning Minister Udoma says the budget is capable of realizing President Buhari's goal of reviving the economy and creating jobs.
We want to spend money on things that will stimulate the economy and create jobs, restore our infrastructure. So that is a major refocus of the budget. And also, we are targeting the vulnerable. We are targeting the least able to look after themselves.
A breakdown of the budget shows that about 400 billion naira of the recurrent expenditure goes to education. That represents the largest recurrent spending item at 13.9%. Education was only 10% of the budget in 2015. Zira says there is a difference in how the money would be spent.
Let's even look at the 500,000 teacher scheme that will be teachers that will graduate, and NCE that will be recruited for both secondary and primary schools to boost the output of our educational level. You understand what I'm saying? So once you have all those ones in place, it is not how much has been this, but how effective.
Defense is second largest slice of the budget at 11%. The amount budgeted is less than what was included in the 2012 and 2014 budgets. But Zira says again it's more important how the money is spent.
We know, for example, how much was budgeted to purchase arms. And at the end of the day, those monies were diverted. So it is not how small, sir, but how effective.
The 6.08 trillion naira Nigerian budget is the largest since 1999 when the country returned to democratic rule. For the first time, 30% of the budget is devoted to capital projects. That's more than double what it used to be. In terms of money, it's triple the amount that had been previously set aside. Zira says that should provide enough funding for critical infrastructure such as railways, roads, and electricity.
The lady selling Kose and Waina and what have you, that you and me think she's not putting much in the economy. The economy thrives more on those people. So once Mr. President can get this power in place, certainly with the rail system, certainly, the economy will be diversified.
The budget projects revenue of 3.8 trillion naira. This is more than 3.6 trillion naira projected in 2015, but that money was never realized because of falling oil prices. Zira says the increased revenue projection this time is based on boosting income from non-oil sources, including income tax, value-added tax, and customs and excise duties.
If last year 80% were expected to come from crude, and now it's 21%, it means that some other parameters, have to be considered. And that is why Mr. President had to diversify the economy.
The proposed budget is expected to get swift passage in the National Assembly, so it's likely to come into effect in the first quarter of the year. From Abuja, Hiram Lokedi, GoTel News.